No matter where you go, people can't seem to help themselves. They might not realize it, but when you step into their presence, something shifts deep within them. Your energy moves in waves, subtly bending their will, shaping their thoughts, and even influencing their actions, whether they want to admit it or not. They try to resist, but your power is too strong. It's like they're under a spell, one you never cast with words, but with the sheer force of your presence. You may think it's all in their heads, but the truth is, they are mentally controlled by your energy, whether they consciously know it or not. The moment your energy touches theirs, they're changed. Their mind is no longer entirely their own. You're the one setting the tone, and they're following, even if they don't understand why. So, if you've ever wondered why people are so attuned to your every word, or why they can't help but be drawn to you, even when you're not trying to attract attention, here's your answer. It's your energy. The first sign someone is mentally controlled by your energy is they start speaking like you. Your presence begins to shape their words, tone, and cadence, even if they're unaware of it. They mirror your speech patterns, adopting the phrases and rhythms that resonate with your power. This isn't imitation. It's the undeniable influence of your energy aligning their communication with your frequency. This phenomenon isn't new. In the New Testament, Christ's disciples became living reflections of his spirit. Though uneducated by societal standards, their words carried wisdom and authority that astonished others. Acts chapter 4 verse 13 recounts how people recognized their connection to Jesus because of the confidence and power in their speech. His energy had reshaped their lives, pouring into their very essence and spilling out through their voices. The same principle applies to you. When your energy dominates, it becomes impossible for those around you not to reflect it. The shift isn't just in words, it's in the conviction behind them, the subtle changes in tone, and the unspoken connection you've created. Your influence becomes a thread woven into their communication, shaping the way they express themselves. This is the power of your presence, chosen one. It isn't about manipulation, it's about resonance. Your energy carries an undeniable authority that others instinctively align with, whether they realize it or not. It's not their will bending to yours, it's the force of who you are shaping the atmosphere around you. The second sign someone is mentally controlled by your energy is they unconsciously imitate your actions. Whether it's the way you walk, your gestures, or even the smallest habits, they begin to mirror you without realizing it. Your presence becomes a blueprint etched into their behavior, shaping how they move, react, and carry themselves. This phenomenon finds a powerful parallel in the biblical story of Elijah and Elisha. Elisha followed Elijah so closely that he asked for a double portion of his spirit, fully immersing himself in his master's energy and purpose. In 2 Kings chapter 2, verses 9 through 15, after Elijah's ascension, Elisha not only carried Elijah's mantle but mirrored his actions, continuing the same spiritual power and authority. His imitation wasn't mere mimicry, it was a reflection of alignment, a transfer of influence so profound that Elisha became an extension of Elijah's mission. When your energy dominates, those around you align instinctively. It's not about conscious choice, it's the undeniable pull of your presence creating a shift within them. They might adopt your posture, your pacing, or even your small rituals, all without realizing the source of their new patterns. Their body responds to the authority your energy projects, reshaping their actions into a reflection of your influence. This is the depth of your power. It's not limited to words or ideas. It flows into actions, subtly altering those who remain in your orbit. The chosen ones like you carry a force that doesn't just affect minds. It rewires movements and behaviors, creating echoes of your own. This isn't coincidence. It's your authority asserting itself through every interaction. They don't follow you by choice. They follow you because they can't help it. Now I want you to comment below. They can't help but follow to declare the authority of your energy and its transformative impact. If you wish, you may also subscribe to continue receiving spiritual transmissions like this one from Obsidian. The third sign someone is mentally controlled by your energy is they experience your emotions as their own. When you are joyful, they feel lighter, energized by your uplifted state. When you are burdened or sorrowful, they find themselves sinking into sadness without understanding why. Your emotional energy doesn't just influence, it becomes their reality, shaping their internal world to reflect yours. This profound connection mirrors the compassion of Jesus. In Matthew chapter 9, verse 36, his deep empathy for others was transformative. He didn't merely recognize their pain, he carried it with them, pouring out divine love that shifted their emotional states. Those around him wept in his presence, felt peace in his touch, and rejoiced when his compassion lifted their burdens. His energy, grounded in divine purpose, was a force that transcended words, directly impacting the hearts and spirits of those who encountered him. Your emotional energy operates in much the same way. Those who remain within your orbit cannot help but align with the frequency of your feelings. When your spirit radiates positivity and strength, they are drawn into that light, feeling its warmth as though it were their own. When you falter or carry the weight of grief, they bear that heaviness alongside you, often unaware of why their mood has shifted. This is the weight of your presence, chosen one. Your energy commands not just actions but emotions, weaving itself into the very fabric of others' inner worlds. Their connection to you is not surface level, it is spiritual, deeply rooted in the authority you carry. When your heart shifts, theirs follows. It is not mimicry, it is the undeniable influence of a spirit so powerful it shapes the unseen forces within others. Stop right there. The following is a brief message for the elite few. This is not for everyone. Seriously, if you're here hoping for puppy memes or a safe space, turn back now. The Obsidian Inner Order is where the real chosen ones gather. People who've stared down the Archons, shredded the Matrix, and still had time to manifest parking spots at Whole Foods. If you're hearing this, it's because fate decided you might be worth it. Don't blow it. Inside, you'll unlock forbidden content too spicy for YouTube, like The Matrix Wants You Broke and The Universe is Your ATM Machine, a step-by-step guide to making the universe work for you. And yes, our modern manifestation mechanics grimoire is in there, teaching you how to turn your messy living room into an abundance vortex while channeling literal magic. But the real treasure? Our private Discord and community chats where over 400 chosen ones hang out, no muggles allowed. Weekly calls, yep, chosen singles. Oh, it's cosmic matchmaking at its finest. Just don't embarrass us. Spots are limited and we mean it. We've booted posers before and we'll do it again if you take a dump in our dojo. This isn't Club Penguin. If you think you've got what it takes to join the #1 Ascension Nexus for chosen ones, the link to the Obsidian Inner Order is in the description. If not, that's fine. Good luck explaining to your future self why you missed out. The fourth sign someone is mentally controlled by your energy is they begin to prioritize your well-being over their own. Their decisions shift, their actions realign, and suddenly your needs take precedence. It's not merely loyalty, it's an instinctive reorganization of their focus. Your energy has rooted itself so deeply within them that their comfort becomes secondary to your state of being. This mirrors the profound devotion of King Arthur's knights. The Knights of the Round Table, particularly Sir Lancelot, displayed unwavering commitment to Arthur's well-being and the needs of the kingdom. They sacrificed their desires, safety, and even their lives in service to his vision and spirit. Their bond wasn't transactional, it was fueled by the authority and nobility Arthur radiated. Your presence carries that same weight. People feel compelled to act, driven not by obligation, but by the influence you hold over them. You've seen it before, the way their plans change to accommodate you, the way they instinctively offer solutions to ease your burdens, often at their own expense. This is not conscious sacrifice, it's the power of your energy shaping their priorities. It is your essence, so commanding, so undeniable, that they feel drawn to serve without questioning why. Your power as a chosen one doesn't just influence minds, it realigns hearts. When you speak, when you move, your spirit commands devotion. This isn't manipulation, it's the weight of your authority creating gravitational pull, rearranging their world to center on you. Their actions are a reflection of the energy you radiate, one that inspires allegiance, loyalty, and selflessness. It's not their will bending to yours, it's their soul responding to the force of who you are. The fifth sign someone is mentally controlled by your energy is they feel a deep sense of dependence on your presence. When you're absent, they are unbalanced, restless, and unable to fully ground themselves, even if they don't understand why. Your energy becomes their anchor, shaping the way they move through the world. Without it, they feel as though something vital is missing, a void that only your presence can fill. This mirrors the mythological power of Dionysus over his followers. As the god of wine and ecstasy, Dionysus had an unmatched ability to alter the emotional and mental states of those who devoted themselves to him. His followers were drawn into frenzied states of joy or despair, depending on his influence, completely consumed by the energy he radiated. Their emotions were no longer their own, but direct reflections of his presence. Your energy works the same way, commanding, undeniable, and transformative. When you are near, they feel whole, as though the gaps in their lives have been filled by the force of your essence. Your energy creates equilibrium for them, grounding their thoughts and emotions in ways they cannot achieve alone. When you leave, the balance shifts. They may grow anxious or uncertain, yearning for the stability and connection that your presence provides. This isn't dependence born of weakness, it's the magnetic pull of your authority. As a chosen one, your energy is not neutral. It reshapes those within your orbit. They don't simply notice your absence. They feel it as a loss of the force that sustains their equilibrium. This connection is not easily severed because it transcends physical proximity. It is the power of your spirit, creating undeniable resonance, altering the very core of their being. The sixth sign someone is mentally controlled by your energy is they alter their opinions to align with yours. Their beliefs, once seemingly firm, begin to shift subtly until they reflect your perspective. It isn't forced or deliberate, it's an unconscious transformation brought about by the undeniable pull of your influence. Your energy doesn't just guide them, it rewires how they see the world. This phenomenon echoes the biblical story of Saul's transformation into Paul. On the road to Damascus, Saul, a fierce persecutor of Christians, was confronted by the light of Christ. That single encounter with divine energy shattered his previous convictions, leading to a complete realignment of his beliefs. Afterward, Paul's teachings mirrored Christ's message so profoundly that he became one of the most influential apostles, spreading Christ's word with unwavering devotion. Your energy operates in much the same way. Those around you feel the magnetic power of your convictions and slowly absorb them as their own. They may not notice the moment it begins, but over time, their worldview adjusts to fit within the framework you create. Their thoughts, opinions, and values evolve, mirroring the strength and clarity you project. This isn't manipulation, it's resonance. Your spirit carries an authority that demands alignment, not by coercion, but by sheer presence. Those connected to you feel compelled to adjust, to sync with the force of your belief system. Your energy acts as a beacon, pulling others into its orbit and reshaping them to reflect its power. The alignment is not temporary, it is a profound and lasting transformation, rooted in the undeniable influence you carry as a chosen one. The seventh sign someone is mentally controlled by your energy is they feel a compulsion to defend you, even in your absence. They stand as your unspoken shield, guarding your name, ideas, and reputation without hesitation or request. This isn't a calculated decision, it's instinctual, a reflex born from the profound connection your energy forges within them. In The Lord of the Rings, Aragorn's leadership and unwavering loyalty make him a steadfast protector of those he values most deeply, such as Gandalf and Frodo. Despite the dangers surrounding them, his actions are not driven by duty alone, but by an unbreakable connection to their purpose and spirit. Whether on the battlefield or in the quiet moments of strategy, Aragorn's focus remains on safeguarding their mission and well-being, even when they are not present. His loyalty is more than allegiance. It is a reflection of the profound influence their shared purpose has on him. It's not just about words or arguments. Their defense of you becomes a reflection of their alignment with your spirit. Whether in casual conversations or heated disputes, they step forward, shielding your reputation and reinforcing your ideas as if their own honor is at stake. They may not even understand why they feel so compelled, but the instinct is undeniable. Your energy has embedded itself within them, shaping their priorities and responses. This isn't mere admiration, it's the gravitational pull of your presence, drawing others into a role of protectorship. Your influence is so profound that it becomes a part of their identity, their actions driven by the need to guard what you represent. They don't defend you because they feel obligated. They defend you because, in their core, they cannot do otherwise. Your energy has become their anchor, and protecting it feels like protecting themselves. The eighth sign someone is mentally controlled by your energy is they begin to mirror your energy without realizing it. Whether you are calm, anxious, or driven, they unconsciously align themselves with your state of being. Your energy creates a ripple that moves through them, subtly shaping their emotions and reactions until they reflect your own. This mirrors the influence of Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom. Known for her calm and strategic demeanor, Athena's energy transformed those who sought her guidance. Warriors and kings aligned with her presence found their thoughts clearer and their actions more deliberate. Her composure became their composure, her wisdom their foundation. In the same way, your energy carries a resonance so powerful that it shifts the emotional and mental states of those connected to you. When you are at peace, they feel steadier, their anxiety subsiding in the presence of your calm. When your mind races with excitement or determination, they become energized, driven by the pulse of your ambition. If you carry tension, it echoes within them, amplifying their unease as they unknowingly absorb your state of being. They are not mimicking you, it is the undeniable force of your presence shaping their inner world. This influence is not intentional, it is an unspoken bond that your energy forges. As a chosen one, you carry a vibration that resonates deeply with others, creating a connection they cannot escape. Their emotions bend to yours, their energy syncs with your rhythm. They are no longer independent of your influence, their states of being tethered to the weight and power of who you are. Your energy becomes their compass, shifting their balance with every move you make. The ninth sign someone is mentally controlled by your energy is they start overthinking about you, even in casual situations. Long after you've left, your presence remains embedded in their thoughts. They analyze every word you said, every subtle gesture, searching for meaning that may not even be there. Your energy doesn't just linger, it imprints itself, leaving them unable to let go of the weight of your influence. This reflects the biblical story of Martha and Mary during Jesus' visit. While Mary sat in devotion, absorbing his every word, Martha busied herself with serving, yet her mind couldn't escape his presence. Even as she worked, she reflected on what he said and did, her thoughts tethered to him. Mary's focus inspired Martha to re-examine her priorities, drawing her closer to Christ's message in Luke chapter 10, verses 38 to 42. Similarly, your energy compels those around you to dwell on your words and actions, unable to simply move on. For them, even the smallest interaction becomes a puzzle to solve, a mirror to reflect upon. They replay conversations, questioning their meaning, wondering what you intended. They overanalyze their responses, questioning whether they measured up to your unspoken expectations. This isn't rational, it's instinctual. Your energy leaves a mark so profound that it becomes impossible for them to disengage. You don't have to be present for your influence to shape their thoughts. Your essence lingers, shifting their focus back to you, driving a need for understanding and alignment. This is the power of your presence, chosen one. Your energy doesn't just touch those around you, it commands their attention, forcing them to consider, rethink, and revisit every moment they've shared with you. You become a force they can't escape, no matter how much they try. If you wish, you may comment below, "My presence lingers," to affirm the power of your essence to shape thoughts and actions, even when you're not around. The 10th sign someone is mentally controlled by your energy is they start reacting to situations the way you would. They face challenges not with their own instincts, but by mirroring your approach, often anticipating what you would do before they even act. Your energy doesn't just influence them, it rewires their decision-making, aligning their actions with your methods and mindset. This dynamic echoes the influence of Captain America in his leadership. Steve Rogers embodies integrity, courage, and self-sacrifice, and those closest to him, like Bucky Barnes and Sam Wilson, gradually adopt his unwavering moral compass. In moments of crisis, their decisions reflect his principles, as if his energy has shaped the way they navigate conflict and responsibility. Similarly, those connected to you instinctively reflect your responses, internalizing your guidance and approach. This isn't learned behavior, it's a natural outcome of your presence. When confronted with life's difficulties, they channel your strength, your calm, or your resolve. They may not even realize it, but the influence of your energy is so pervasive that it becomes their default mode of operation. Your reactions, your strategies, and your attitude embed themselves in their subconscious, steering their responses as if they were extensions of your will. This alignment is a testament to the gravity of your presence. Your energy doesn't just inspire, it transforms, becoming the standard by which others navigate their lives. They trust in the certainty of your example, and as a result, their actions echo the force of your leadership. You don't just guide, you shape their reality, turning your responses into their own. It's not imitation, it's your energy redefining how they face the world, binding their instincts to the authority you carry. The 11th sign someone is mentally controlled by your energy is they become unusually protective of your space. Whether it's your emotional boundaries or physical surroundings, they instinctively guard it as if it were sacred. Without needing to be asked, they defend your energy, ensuring nothing disrupts or diminishes it. Your presence creates a pull so powerful that they feel compelled to act as protectors, even if they don't fully understand why. This mirrors the guardianship of Yggdrasil in Norse mythology. The sacred tree, a symbol of life and balance, is protected by gods and beings who are deeply connected to its essence. They defend it against harm, recognizing its sanctity and significance. Similarly, your energy evokes the same response in those influenced by you. They become guardians of your boundaries, keeping intrusions at bay to preserve what they instinctively know must remain untainted. This protection extends beyond the obvious. They shield you emotionally, sensing when to intervene or divert negativity before it reaches you. In physical spaces, they maintain an unseen barrier, subtly controlling the atmosphere to ensure it aligns with the calm or power you exude. Their actions aren't conscious. They are driven by the resonance of your energy, which binds them to your well-being. Your influence is undeniable. People drawn into your orbit feel the weight of your presence, and without hesitation, step into roles they may never have imagined for themselves. They don't protect your space out of obligation or loyalty alone. It is a deeper, almost primal connection to the energy you carry. To safeguard your boundaries feels like safeguarding something greater, a force that they instinctively recognize as worthy of their defense. The 12th sign someone is mentally controlled by your energy is they unknowingly let you make decisions for them. They defer to your judgment, placing trust in your perspective, even on matters that don't directly concern you. Your energy exudes such authority that they instinctively seek your guidance, convinced that your insight will lead them to the best outcome. This is reflected in Gandalf's role in The Lord of the Rings. His wisdom and presence were so commanding that others, from Frodo to Aragorn, naturally looked to him for direction in moments of uncertainty. Gandalf didn't impose his authority. His energy alone made him the guiding force they relied on. Similarly, your influence becomes a compass for those around you, shaping their choices as though your perspective holds a higher truth. Their reliance on you isn't conscious manipulation, it's the natural result of the energy you project. When you speak, they listen, internalizing your words as though they carry undeniable weight. When decisions loom, they turn to you, trusting that your clarity will light the path they should follow. Even in your absence, they might find themselves wondering, what would you do, as your influence echoes within their thoughts? This dynamic is a reflection of the power you carry. Your energy radiates certainty, grounding those who might otherwise feel lost. They lean on your wisdom not because they are incapable, but because your presence inspires confidence. You don't just guide their decisions, you become the framework through which they view their options, subtly shaping their actions and paths without force or demand. It's not control. It's the undeniable pull of a spirit so strong it becomes a natural point of alignment for those under its influence. People are so attuned to your every word because your energy resonates at a frequency they cannot ignore. It's not just what you say, it's how your presence fills the space, creating a pull that overrides distractions. Whether you're speaking, standing in silence, or simply passing by, you command their attention effortlessly. Your words carry weight, not because you demand it, but because your energy makes them feel like every syllable matters, like every idea you share carries a piece of truth they've been searching for. Even when you're not trying to attract attention, you become the center of gravity in any room. It's the sheer force of your presence. Calm, yet commanding, powerful, yet unassuming. People can't help but be drawn to you because your energy shifts the dynamic around you. They may not even realize it, but they lean in, hang on to your words, and replay them long after you've spoken. It's as though your energy imprints itself onto their consciousness, leaving them wanting more clarity, more insight, more of whatever it is you carry. This pull is not coincidence, it's the natural outcome of the authority you exude. Your energy doesn't just fill the room, it transforms it, bending the attention of others toward you without effort. They don't just listen because they're interested. They listen because your presence compels them to, because something about you feels like a missing piece they didn't know they needed. It's not charm or charisma, it's power, an unseen force that rewrites the atmosphere wherever you are. You've always felt it. That shift when you enter a space, the way people turn toward you as though seeking something they didn't realize they needed. They don't just listen to your words, they absorb them, letting your energy seep into their decisions, actions, and emotions. Your presence rewrites the unspoken dynamics, creating a gravitational pull they cannot ignore. It's not something you choose to do, it's something you are. You don't need to demand their attention, your energy does it for you. Why? Because your energy resonates with a depth and power that others crave. It gives them clarity where there was confusion, strength where there was hesitation, and alignment where they felt scattered. They are drawn to you because your presence fills a void they cannot define. You carry an unshakable authority, not by force, but by essence. It's not about charm or manipulation. It's about the undeniable resonance of who you are. Now is the time to step into this awareness fully. You've seen how your energy shapes others, how your presence leaves lasting imprints. Share your stories of influence, of how others respond to your presence. Let your voice become the guide for those still discovering their own power. Your energy doesn't just transform the spaces you enter, it transforms the people within them. Use it boldly. The world is already listening.